Hey everyone, it's Claire Rogers from Mytopia Coaching. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So last week I talked about how to become motivated, how to increase our energy levels. And I talked about the importance of creating effective evening rituals as well as morning rituals in order to increase your energy levels. This week, I want to expand on this and I want to talk about something that we don't talk about very often, and that's the importance of surrounding ourselves with people who are going to rise us up. In particular, I want to talk about how energy vampires or energy suckers or emotional vampires, whatever you want to call it, how they can actually impact our energy levels and our mindset. Okay, so before we start, I think the important thing to do is to define an energy vampire or an energy sucker. So it's just like the name says. You spend time with these people and they actually suck your energy dry. You may spend some time with them and you come home absolutely depleted and drained and you have no energy, or you might have a headache, or you might actually feel physically sick spending time with these people. Now, these are the people who are the chronic complainers, the drama kings, the drama queens, the people who don't want actual solutions. They just want to complain continuously. They're the gossipers. They are the people who you spend time with and they have spent the entire time talking about themselves, but have never once asked you how you're doing, what your life is looking like at the moment. They're just consumed in their own fog of drama. Now, to clarify, these are not people that are just going through a rough patch in life and need to vent or talk about their problems. Of course, we all have problems and we all want to talk it out with people. That's totally cool. No, the difference is that energy vampires or energy suckers, whatever you want to call them, these people, it's for them negativity and complaining and drama and people being against them all of the time, or at least in their minds anyway. This is a way of life for them. This is not just a temporary problem that they're facing. This is actually a lifestyle choice where they are choosing to be in drama all of the time. The reason why I want to talk about energy vampires is because quite often we don't know that the person that we're dealing with is an energy vampire. So many people in life, me included, we want to be good people. We want to be empathetic. Some of us are empaths. I'm an empath, for example, which means I can actually feel energy and I actually want to be helping people all of the time. So for people who are empaths or are highly sensitive people or the helpers out there, quite often we can actually attract the energy vampires into our life without realizing it, because we're starting from a good place. We're starting from a place of wanting to help, but before we realize it, we've been sucked into somebody else's drama. Okay, so how do you know if you have been sucked in by an energy vampire? So there's a few things that I would say. Number one, check how you're feeling. If you spend time with someone and you come away feeling depleted, or you have a headache, or you feel physically sick, that's a good indication that you have been with an energy sucker. The other thing to pay attention to is, have you offered solutions or have you offered help or assistance, and that help or assistance or solutions have been pushed back? If they have been pushed back, then chances are you're with an energy vampire. So the other thing that you can do to figure out if you're spending time with an energy vampire is to ask yourself a couple of questions. So the first question is, what am I getting with this relationship? So if you suspect you're spending time with an energy vampire, ask yourself, what am I getting from this relationship? Is there anything positive that I'm getting from this relationship? If you just come away feeling depleted and not having any energy afterwards, then chances are there's no point in having that relationship. Also ask the question, what is that person in your life getting from you? Now I can answer the question for you. If you're spending time with someone and they are sucking your energy dry, what they're getting from you is your undivided attention. They're getting a place where they can vent and release all of their feelings and project all of their feelings onto you. And three, the most important thing that they're getting is they're getting your time. And time is a precious commodity, and none of us are getting any more of it. So these are a couple of things that you can ask yourself is, what am I getting out of the relationship? And what is the other person getting out of the relationship? And if it transpires that you're not getting anything out of it, then you probably know what the solution is, which is you need to get rid of these people out of your life or disengage with them. Some people you can't get out of your life. They might be a coworker or they might be a family member. To which point I would say then the solution is try and disengage as much as possible and limit your time. Put a time limit on the amount of time you spend with them. If they say, let's meet up for coffee, we'll say, well, you know what, I'm not going to be able to do that. Or if you do have a coffee with them, then limit it to only 20 minutes or half an hour. But try and disengage or limit that time with the energy vampire as much as possible. You might be thinking to yourself, well, Claire, I can't really cut these people out, or I can't really limit my time with these people because doesn't that make me a bad person? Doesn't that make me selfish? And hey, I get where you're coming from because I used to struggle with this. In my quest to want to help people all of the time, I used to attract energy vampires all the time into my life, and I wanted to help them until I came away realizing that they were sucking my energy dry, which was meant I was good for nobody else who legitimately wanted my help. So I've learned that it doesn't make you a bad person by cutting an energy vampire out of your life. Because actually, in reality, by you sitting and listening to them be chronic complainers or moaners or whatever it is that they are doing to suck your energy dry, they you're actually not helping them at all. They actually need professional help. They need to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist to actually help them with their challenges. But by you just sitting and spending time with them, you're not actually helping them at all. If anything, you're doing a disservice to yourself because you're allowing them to suck your energy dry, meaning that you're no good to somebody else who legitimately wants your help and who legitimately wants solutions and assistance to their problems. So before I close out this video, I want to just repeat that you're not a bad person for eliminating or cutting out the energy vampires out of your life or reducing the amount of time with them. Two, remember that you're the sum of all the people that you have in your life, meaning if you spend time with negative people, you're going to become negative and your energy is going to become negative and depleted as well. You spend time with people who are happy and positive and empowering, you're going to come away feeling empowered and empowering. So, you know what? Don't let those energy vampires rent space in your mind. Raise the rent, kick them out, and spend time with people who are going to rise you up and help you create a positive mindset. I hope you found this video helpful. If you've got any questions at all, then please don't hesitate to contact me. I'll put my email address in the bottom of this video. Alternatively, please feel free to put comments. And hey, if you've got any energy vampires in your life or you've got some tips and tricks that I didn't cover, then please feel free to let me know and I will put them in my newsletter and social media channels. Thank you very much for tuning in and check back in next week. Have a great week ahead. Take care.